This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine sets a big fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Livia, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Livia Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the weekend, and welcome to another night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live, here from Frontenac in the 4A Division II Sub-State Tournament as the Girard Trojans get ready to take on the Prairie View Buffaloes. Good evening again, BJ Harris with you alongside me, Josh Lettner, as we settle in for another night of basketball. The Girard Trojans coming in here as the number one seed in this Sub-State Tournament, 15-5 on the season, 5-1 in their CNC as they pick up a co-championship in the CNC. By way of a little bit of help from one of their rivals. The Trojans win a CNC title, and now they're looking for a sub-state title with a chance to go to the state tournament. A win tonight would put them on a collision course with the winner of either Iola or Frontenac, two teams they've seen already this season, two teams that were pretty tough for them this season. And we'll talk more about that perhaps as we get closer to that. But their opponent tonight, the Prairie View Buffaloes, a team that is 2-17 on the season and have not won a game in 2018. Their last win came back on December 8th to Jayhawk Lynn. So they have not won a contest in the new year, and so that's kind of what you're looking at again. A lot of you joined us last night for Lady Trojans as they won pretty handily over Prairie View as well, 64-19. Maybe not expect the same thing here tonight, but the Trojan men should be a favorite to win and advance to a sub-state championship. We will be in action for sure tomorrow for the girls as the Lady Trojans will play in a sub-state title game. They will take on Frontenac. We'll have that game for you beginning around 5:40. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock here in that sub-state championship. The Trojan men are playing pretty good down the stretch. Obviously, a couple of wins to close out the regular season, a 71-20 win over Oswego. To close out the regular season, 59-42 win over Riverton. But they go back, their last loss, a 43-47 loss to Colgan, which was a tough one. The Trojans do have wins over the other two teams in this sub-state. Again, we'll talk more about that as we move on. We'll hear from what Coach Westcott has to say about those two teams as well as he'll break down the sub-state for us and talk about this Prairie View team, talk about where his team is right now as they head into the postseason. The Trojans have not played for over a week. We'll see if that's a factor as well. We'll talk to Coach about that fact as well. Coming up next, we'll hear from Coach Westcott here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Crocan, the fastest internet in southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, we'll hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Ron Westcott, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-Power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bacon Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get ready to settle in for this 4A Division II sub-state tournament from Frontenac as the Girard Trojans get ready to take on the Prairie View Buffaloes. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. And Coach, coming off a decent little stretch there, obviously had a really tough loss against Colgan a couple of weeks ago, but then 1-2 straight, and coming down the stretch here as we get ready to go into sub-state. Always want to be playing your best basketball. Do you feel like you got a little head of steam as we head down the stretch and get into this tournament?
Well, we hope so. I felt like about a month ago we were playing pretty good ball, and then we felt like we probably slipped a little bit. But hopefully we've got back and corrected some things. We've had a good week of practice, so hopefully that'll carry over.
Yeah, as you kind of look at your team, you come into every year and you never know exactly what you're going to have. You had some guys coming in that were had some varsity experience, some guys certainly that didn't have much varsity experience. Do you feel like you've kind of learned about this team, and do you have a pretty good grasp on who they are and what they need to do to be successful?
I think our guys understand who we are too. That's probably better than me knowing who we are. Is our guys understand, and we're learning to play off each other and do things that can keep us competitive and keep us in games and obviously give us a chance to win in the end. So that's always big, and I think our guys have done a pretty good job of figuring out what we need to do to be successful.
You know what it takes to win a sub-state title. You've done it a few times here, certainly recently, and you've been to that state tournament. How much do you kind of lean on that experience that you've had, and how much do you talk about those things and maybe even look at that light at the end of the tunnel that's the state tournament here as you get ready to go down the stretch?
Well, that's every kid's goal is, they want to get to the state tournament and play as long as you can. And, we don't talk a lot about the past because that's the past, but, this is a new group of guys, and we've got a few kids there that have been to the state tournament, and most of them, all of them have been and watched, but, this is this group's team and this team, and they want to get their opportunity and be able to show what they can do. So it's different every year. Our guys, they know what's in front of them, and they know what we've got to do to be successful and get those goals accomplished. But knowing and getting it done are two different things. So we've got to be able to go out and execute, and that's going to be our main focus going into tomorrow night. We've got to go in and execute and make sure that we're doing the things that we can control to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, those teams that make it and win sub-state titles and make it to that state tournament, we've all been out there and watched that. There's certain things that all of them do. So all 8 of them make it there. There's certain things that all 8 of them are doing because they had to do it to be successful. What are those couple of things that that you need to do to be successful?
Well, they're the things we talk about all year long. Those goals we put on the board at the start of the year. And you know what I'm going to say without telling you. You're just giving me a softball out there tonight. But, we got to defend. That always comes first. I feel like if you defend, you give yourself a chance to win. Mm-hmm. You're going to be in games. You've got to take care of the basketball. That's always at the top of the priority list, too. If you can take care of the basketball and get good looks each time down the floor, then that's obviously going to help you. And then you've got to finish it up by rebounding. Usually whoever wins the rebounding battle is going to be pretty successful. Those are the three keys that we look at every night, and we try to get better at every night. If we can do those three things, we're going to have good opportunity to move on.
So right now we're looking at this sub-state tournament. Obviously, you've got Prairie View. We'll talk about them in just a little bit. And if you get a win tonight, then you've got a couple of teams waiting for you. Possibly they'll have to figure out who they are. But what do you know of those other two teams? Kind of your overall thoughts on this sub-state and just kind of in general.
We've played two of the three teams that are in it besides us in Frontenac and Iola, and they'll see each other tomorrow night. I think it'll be a good battle. I really do. I think Frontenac might have the edge on him just a little bit at the guard's position, but Iola's a big kid. You saw him, and he's very tough, a very skilled player that they're going to go to a lot. So it could be a good game on their side tomorrow night. I think if we take care of business and can get Prairie View, it'll be a good game Saturday night. Whoever's there, and we'll have to make sure that we're prepared and playing our best.
All right.
As far as Prairie View goes, we haven't seen them or haven't played them yet this year. We've got quite a bit on them. Been able to watch quite a bit of film this week. But they got two guards that you can't let them get loose and stand out there and shoot the three. They haven't won many games, but gosh, they can really shoot the ball. And this time of year, it's a new season, so you've got to take and play your best and make sure that you're trying to take away what the other team likes to do. And if you can do that, then hopefully you can move on.
All right, Coach. Well, sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineups, keys to the game, opening tip-off from Frontenac to Trojans and Buffaloes right here on Girard Sports Live. All right, man.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here live, Frontenac High School. Getting ready for this one. The Girard Trojans getting ready to take on the Prairie View Buffaloes. Time to take a look at your area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wix filters, time conveyors, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. And a lot of stuff going on here in southeast Kansas. Sub-state basketball season in full swing here. On the boys' side tonight, in the other side of 4A Division II, is Parsons and Galena. They had them playing last night, actually. Well, let's go check that out.
Boys, girls.
Well, but they have 4A2 should have been playing last night. They're tonight on the boys' side. And yeah, they just don't have the dates correct. So tonight, Baxter Springs is taking on Columbus. Galena against Parsons on the other 4A Division II. Probably the biggest upset of the sub-state so far last night in that same tournament taking place there in Columbus when Baxter Springs beats Galena last night in overtime, 50-48. Galena would have gone into the state tournament had they won that tournament as a top 5 seed and it would have pushed the Trojans down to a 7 or 8 perhaps. But so if the Lady Trojans can win, that's going to put them right around a 6 seed at the state tournament. That's huge because Baldwin and Clay Center are only one-loss teams. They would be number 1, number 2. If you can be number 6, you play the 3. Anything can happen in that 3-6 game, as we know. And so that's the area matchups here in 4A Division 2. We'll try to update you on some other sub-state stuff at halftime, or certainly tomorrow during our broadcast. We've got that still to come here on the pregame show. We've got your keys to the game, and of course your opening tip-off here from Frontenac. It's the Trojans and the Raiders, or excuse me, Trojans and the Prairie View Buffaloes tonight here in this 4A Division 2 sub-state tournament from Frontenac.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Crock-In Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in South.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Frontenac High School, getting ready for this first game of this Class 4A Division II Sub-State Tournament. Girard Trojans taking on the Prairie View Buffaloes. Time to take a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College with 40 fields of more than 40 fields of study. There's something for everyone. At Fort Scott Community College, students can take general education courses or complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. Josh.
Well, I would say for the Trojans, start hot, and you know you're up against an opponent that's had a rough year this year. The quicker you can put them away and put this game out of reach, the better off you are. We've seen it where the Trojans kind of let some teams hang around, and the longer they keep this game close, the more confident they get. And Girard needs to be firing on all cylinders if they're heading into the sub-state final and into the state tournament. You don't want to overlook this opponent, but you want to make sure that you're playing your brand of basketball this entire game.
Yeah, this is a means to an end tonight. Get better every ball game you can. Starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique, a great shabby chic boutique located next door to Sheer Expressions on the south side of the square in Girard. See all the new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. First up for the Prairie View Buffaloes will be Garrett Scott. He's the captain of this team, a 5'11" senior. For them, number 14, Mason Walker, a 6'1" junior. Number 23, Blake Bodecker, a 6-foot-tall junior. Number 24, Bryson Gregg, a 6-foot-tall senior. And number 33, Dayton Snyder, another one of the captains, a 6'2" senior. They're coached by A.C. Russell are the Buffaloes. For the Trojans, it'll be number 4, Ryder Worrell, 6-foot sophomore, averages about 6.2 points per ball game, but he is a defensive specialist. He has shut some dudes down this season. Number 5, Ethan Goff, a 6-foot senior, averaging almost 13 points per ball game. Nobody hotter than Ethan down the stretch of this season. He has been flat on fire shooting the basketball. Number 10, Caleb Muya, a 6'3 junior, averaging 21.4 points per ball game, which is a very tough stop for anybody. Number 50, Evan Troike, a 5'10 junior, averaging 9.5. And Carter Doherty getting a start here tonight, 6'5 junior, averages 4.3. Brett Ferguson usually in that starting spot. Brett's here, but he's been fighting off the flu all week, and that thing just will not go away. The flu affected everybody I know. Head coach of the Girard Trojans, of course, Rod Westcott. Opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by today, check out all they have to offer. Sign up for classes as well. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Opening tip going to be won by the Trojans, as they'll move it from right to left as you watch it here on Girard Sports Live. Here's an early 3 by Ethan, no good. Rebound pulled out there by Caleb, and Muya will move it to the top of the key for Ryder Worrell. Trojans in those white home jerseys, a high seed will be the home team. It'll be great tomorrow if the Trojans play Frontenac and they get to see the Trojans' name home on the scoreboard. Got to win tonight to make that happen. Ryder steps now, kicks. Trojans long possession, get it down inside. Big fella off the glass and good. Good to see Carter healthy again. Started to see him come along a little bit down the stretch of the season, getting back to where he was before Christmas after an ankle injury. With a 3, step back and nail it by Dayton Snyder. 6'2 senior can shoot the 3. They got a couple of dudes that can shoot the 3 ball. And Buffaloes will take an early 3-2 lead. Here's a 3 by Goff. He's fired a couple of them. Carter's there with a rebound. His putback's no good, but he is fouled, and Doherty will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Good strong rebound and put back by Doherty. He's been a force under the bucket tonight.
Already.
He's got a lot of girth down there that I think the Buffaloes are going to have a hard time matching up with him physically.
When you're 16, 17 and that big, and it's girth. When you're fat like me, it's
breadth.
Husky breadth.
Circumference.
Carter steps to the free throw line and drops it in. 50% free throw shooter perfectly on the season coming into this one, and he's better than that now as he drops in both buckets. And the Trojans take back the lead, 4-3.
You get the start, man. You got to show out.
That's right. He's got all 4 of their points. Top of the key here, 4 is 11. Now move off left side, Bryson Gregg. He'll dish.
Nice cut to the bucket.
Rim. Mason Walker lays it up and in. Prairie takes back the lead here. Trojans high post for Doherty. Back left wing now for Muya. And move it around to Goff on the right wing. 6:22 to go first quarter. Trojans trail 5-4. And early going to this one. Couple of good shots, good possessions for the Buffaloes. Ethan again, another crack at it. And he finally gets his range. Third attempt, first one to go through the hole, but just finding his range here in this gym. We talked last night about the lighting just seems odd to me for the LED lights. New gym, but great facility. Just, I don't know, maybe I'm just old school. There's another block by Carter Doherty. The first block for him, that's a good one on the defensive end. Trojans lead it 7-5. Worrell hold top of the key, 5:45 to go, opening quarter. Oh, gotta be good with the basketball. Stolen away, going up and around, layup with the right hand, good. Dayton Snyder. Excuse me, that's Blake Bodeker who got that one, 23, not 33, and tie ball game. Be good with the basketball. Goff with it, over to Worrell. And he'll give it to Goff again. He'll fire another one. This one no good. There's Muya with the rebound, up and good. Pretty good safety valve for the Trojans. 3 minutes into this one, Trojans lead by 2. Trying to cross over is Garrett Scott. Trying to shake off Goff. Good D by Goff, kick. Nearly stolen away. Gathered back up by Gregg. Then stolen away by Troike. Good D by Troike. Evan nearly lost it. 12. Throws it off of Doherty. Kind of give himself his own rebound. His own assist off the shoulder of Carter, and Trojans a little out of sorts on that fast break. Ryder will catch on the right wing. Trying to wrap around to Caleb, can't get it. High post for Troike. He'll elevate in the lane, rattles it in. His first bucket. Trojans' largest lead down is 4 here. Early going to this one, 4:24 to play in the opening quarter. On the right wing is Greg. He'll try to go in. Trojans another stop defensively, just in every passing lane. 4-on-2 here is Goff. He'll go off the glass. Muya high up in there, gets the rebound. Ball's knocked around. Gathered up by Bodecker, and he'll give way for Greg. Trojans have missed some fast break opportunities here in the first quarter of this one. And a walk going to be called on Garrett Scott for the Buffaloes. 3 turnovers already here on Prairie View. 4:01 to play in this first quarter. First subs of the ball game for the Trojans is Dylan Collins going to come in along with Brett Ferguson. Sit down is Doherty and Whirl. High post kick on the right wing. Muya back around. Here's Goff, another look at another 3, and he's 1 out of 4 on the night from the free three-point lane. There's another cleanup on the trash duty for Caleb. He's got 4 points. Trojans lead by 6. 3:37 to play in the opening quarter, up 13-7. Off the left wing, gathered up by Snyder. He'll take a 3 and knock it down. He's got
get a hand in his face.
He's got some length to it, 6'2". Back to a 3-point game. Kick, here's Caleb. He'll drive baseline, up and under. Good night. Nice little move to the rack there for Muya. He's got 6 already. For the Trojans, they lead it by 5, 15-10, 3:10. Throw it off to the corner. Bodecker nearly walked with it. He'll skip past right side, 3 on the way, and they make it. They can knock down
shoot the ball, man. Guard him around the perimeter.
But teams have been able to do that. That's when they've had problems. Trojans up by 2. Well, 3-point shots by the Buffaloes have kept it close here. Ferguson off the Muya, into the paint, elevate, 5-footer on the way, good. If you came into this game thinking you didn't have to guard 10, you're sorely mistaken. And you got to get a body on him everywhere.
Look where they're picking up the shooters now.
Yeah. Lost one. 3 on the way, good.
Man. You see Coach Westcott is like,
Yep, this is one of those you do everything right, and then teams just shoot the lights out and make it close here. Early on, only 1-point ball game, 2:06 to play. Opening quarter of this Class 4 Division II Sub-State semifinal. Collins with it on the left wing. Long possession, skip pass again, Muya. He thought about it, 3, didn't take it. Goff, Troike, he thought about it as well. High post for Ferguson, kick back out, Evan. He'll pull the trigger on one, no good. Trojans are not as good at 3-point, but they're getting those 2-point ones on second chance opportunities. And Brett gets on the board for the Trojans. 19-16, 1:33 left to right at the 92nd point of this first quarter. Off to the right wing for Greg. Knocked around, stolen away. Muya with it, up in front. And another fast break opportunity. Squandered. Got to take care of the basketball. And a timeout going to be taken here by A.C. Russell. They were caught in the backcourt. Minute 14 to play in the first quarter. 19-16 your score. Trojans lead by 3. We're back in 30. You're watching it here on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020. This is Girard Sports Live.
Minute 14 to play. In the opening quarter of this one, the Girard Trojans, Prairie View Buffaloes, making that trip down 69 Highway from Lacine to Frontenac. Right at an hour, if you're doing it right.
From a guy who's done it once or twice.
Yeah. On the left side, moving around, trying to drive in there. Caught up. Good defense by the Trojans. Saved by Troike. Boy, goodness, he got in there. Up the floor they go. Whirl. Got to attack. Ryder pulls back. Step up. Here's Troike. Goff. Move it back around. Muya thought about it. Now he'll kick. Good backed in zone here. Ryder will pull the trigger on a three. No good. And Muya just too tall. Gets up in there and pulls it down. Caleb's in double figures already with 10. Trojans lead it.
4 offensive boards here in the first quarter for Muya.
Got to get a body on him if you're the Buffaloes. Into the ball game is Justin Scott. He's got it, number 4, top of the key. Off to the top here for Snyder. Back around from way downtown.
Why
Shot
not?
no good. Worrell goes up and pulls it down. Here they come. And 12 seconds to play, Trojans. 10, 9. Watch that clock, top right of your screen. Caleb will go in, kick. They draw it up, get it. 3 on the way from Troike, no good. 1 second, and that's how they'll end the first quarter. If you are the 2-17 Prairie View Buffaloes, you just won a quarter because you're only down by 5 after 1 here to the 15-5 Girard Trojans. We're back in 1. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage.
To learn, this is Girard Sports Live.
(21-16) your score after 1 here in Frontenac. Girard Trojans, Prairie View Buffaloes, 4 Division II Sub-State Tournament. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Josh Lettner. Prairie View hanging with the Trojans here in the early going of this one. Here's Goff. He'll go up, get one, shot blocked from behind. No contact, and here come the Buffaloes. That's about 4 fast break opportunities. The Trojans having good looks at it and have not fulfilled their responsibilities. Kick out right wing, a pump by Justin Scott. He'll elevate from the elbow. No good. Rebound, Muya. Trojans are going to dominate on the boards, but you got to get somebody to go through the hole. Here's Whirl. Kick. Drive. Troike. Just go up with the basketball. Troike will go. Shot no good. There's Carter with the rebound. It won't go. Muya. He's knocking it around. Ball's all over the place, and somehow I think now they're going to get Carter just his body bouncing into people down inside the paint.
Yeah.
His first. That ball bouncing around like it was so much, it's bound to happen. Dylan Collins going to check back in the ball game for the Trojans. He'll replace Evan Troike. Dylan worked hard to get to where he is. He's getting more and more varsity playing time as this season progressed, getting in earlier in the ball games. And
good ball handler, good shooter.
Yep.
Makes pretty good decisions with it.
Playing good defense on this one out on the perimeter. Driving, elevate, off the glass, missed it. Muya, another rebound. Muya may have a double-double by halftime. He'll elevate, up and around. Oh. Good to see him. He had a little lull. Teams were starting to really pack it in on him, and I could see it getting frustrating from his standpoint. They step back. Scott, 3, short, knocked around. Loose ball. Ryder Whirl with the rebound. Good hustle there by Ryder. And he'll bring it up the floor now for the Trojans. 6:30 to go in the first half. Trojans leading with the Prairie View Buffaloes. On the left side for Muya, left corner. Move it through Doherty and over to Goff. He'll reset here with 6:18. Troike and Ferguson get ready to come back to the ball game for the Trojans. 23-16. Trojans up by 7. That's their largest lead of the ball game. Long possession here for the Trojans. Inside for Doherty. Trying to go high-low. And
that's not there. You can't force it in.
Scott trying to bounce pass, kick. Another open look for Garrett Scott, and he'll knock it down. Scott to Scott. And that three-pointer is an equalizer. They already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this first quarter and 3 minutes. 5:30 to play. 23-19 on the right side for Collins. He'll kick top of the key now. Swim it quickly. They get it down to Collins. Comes out a little high. Now here comes Muyan. There's a contact on Scott, Garrett Scott. And it'll be team foul number 2 on.
That's there for Muya every time. He could. I don't think they got anybody who can keep him off the dribble, stay with him. I mean, that foul's there every time he touches the ball.
12 points in the first quarter and a third. Will agree with you. There it is. Oh, get it on the first try, but he spent about 0.0002 seconds on the floor and bounced right back up. There's a steal. There's that defense from Ryder Whirl. Take it to the hole. Ryder with the left hand scoop. Good. 27-19. Trojans lead by 8 here. Just under 5 to play in the first half. On the left side. Dump off and just threw the hands. A little too much mustard on that one. Intended for Isaac Partita. Just checked into the ball game. Also into the ball game is Riley Reinerson, 6'2" junior. Oh, this is the guy that said that one on the. Called that the other night whenever she was trying to go down there and
called it a foot short of the out of bounds line.
That's the same situation on this one.
Yeah.
We're looking right down the barrel of it too. I'll have to go back and check that one out this evening.
Yeah, our camera looks like it's shooting from the parking lot, and you can still see it.
Up the floor they come. Muya in transition. Oh, that charge came real early as well. See if they called on Muya. They called on Brett Ferguson clearing some stuff out as he runs down the floor. Moving screen, and Ferguson will pick up his first personal foul. Team foul number 2 on the Trojans. 4:33 to play in this first half. Trojans lead it by 8. It's the largest lead of the ball game for the Girard Trojans. Top of the key, controlling it here is Justin Scott. He'll go off left wing for Jesse Weirs, who's checked in as well. Off left corner for Partita. Partita catch, left corner, he'll drive. Baseline, good D by Troike. Now baseline jumper by Weirs, no good. And gathered up by the Trojans. Here comes Troike. Off to the corner for Muya. Halfway through this second quarter. Elevate, little 10-foot bunny, no good. Ferguson knocked it over to Troike. Troike couldn't get it to go. Evan is having a hard time getting the ball to go through the hole. He's got 2. Oh, lack of focus there, but they can't convert on the bucket to Weirs. Now here comes Muya. He'll up and around, and they're going to call a charge on it.
Oh, that's pretty far under the basket to call a charge.
That would be the argument against it.
Pretty far under the basket. Maybe they need to paint a line on the floor.
Muya will pick up his first.
It's kind of like when you see the hazard signs on the highway that warn you that there's no center stripe, and you think, gosh, who doesn't know to drive on the right side of the road? Who actually needs that stripe? But, yeah, apparently some people need that stripe.
It's postseason, Josh, in postseason form. 27-19, 3:36 to play. Understandable. I agree. On the right side, skipping off the left wing to the corner for Partita. Back around Weirs. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Got a hand in it. Knocked around, and Partita just goes right through the body of Troike. And a little pump fake, a little elevate. Shot no good. Partita another rebound. He'll put it up. This one will finally go through. 27-21. 3:10 to play. Prairie View hanging with the Trojans here in the sub-state tournament. Off left side for Troike to the corner. 3, Collins, good.
No charge? All right.
Collins knocks it down, puts the Trojans at 30. 2:51 to play in the first half. Up off high post for the big fella, Reinerson. Back to the left side, Weirs. Bodicker. Now this is Scott. Kick, Weirs. Scott, top of the key. Thought about it, didn't take it. Gets a hand in his face. Back to Weirs. They leave him open again. He's pulled the trigger on a couple, and that's the first one to go down. 30-24. Trojans have found themselves a hot shooting Prairie View Buffalo team tonight.
Yeah, 2-17. I imagine they won't keep shooting threes this hot all night.
Well, you never know. And another charge. Well, Reinerson has earned his keep tonight.
And again, under the basket. Paint the line on the floor. Good job.
Ryder picks up his first personal foul. Team foul number 4. Well, regardless of the situation and that opinion, if you're the Trojans, recognize the situation, recognize how they're calling the game, and adjust. So far, 2 for 2, going down there and doing that, and now you know.
Yeah, well,
play that way. On the right side.
Real interesting last 3 minutes of basketball, I'll tell you that.
Boedicker. Ball knocked out of bounds by Worrell. 2:02 to play in this second quarter. Boedicker to inbound. Get it for Reinerson. Free throw line. Partita knocks it in.
Getting open looks.
They're getting open looks. Trojans defense has not been there, and that's been the one constant for the Trojans all season long is good defense. 4-point game. Minute 39. Worrell with it on the left side. Showing high is Doherty. Kick, Muya. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Good. Muya feeling it tonight. Good thing.
Yeah.
$17 of their 33 points coming from Caleb. Rare 3 from him. He can shoot it. He doesn't practice all the time, but doesn't pull the trigger in games very often. Drive it, Reinerson. Good defense by the big fella. Good defense. Here's Muya. He'll go up. He'll slam it down. Caleb Muya with a 2-hand jam on the outlet. It all started with the defense by Carter Doherty. Trojans back up by 9 all of a sudden. Another stop and a rebound by Carter. Under a minute to play. 46 seconds.
Muya was open for a second down there on the box. Nobody could find him.
Trojans may hold for the final shot here with a little bit of momentum coming down the stretch. Again, it was a 4-point game a moment ago. Now all of a sudden up to 9, the largest lead of the ball game. Matching it. .24 seconds to play. Watch that clock, top right side of your screen. You hear coach in the background perhaps yelling out the play. 7 seconds. Troike. Oh, another charge.
I have never in my life seen so many charges called in a single quarter of basketball.
Just doing it to mess with you.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in time, you got to think that maybe one of those might be a foul on the defender. I don't know.
Well,
that maybe if they're standing right under the cylinder, maybe that's not a charge.
3.5 seconds to play. We'll keep it here. Trojans got a 9-point lead here. Lady Trojans win last night in fine fashion, 64-19, led by Sydney Crane with 29 points in the win for the Trojans. Lady Trojans had 3, 6, 9 girls score. It was as close as 5-4 about midway through the first quarter. From that point on, the Trojans went on a 19-0 run, and then they had a 15-0 run, or 17-0 run at one point, and just kind of put them away. Just too much for the Lady Buffaloes. They will take on Frontenac tomorrow. Pre-game coverage will start at 5:40, tip off at 6 o'clock here in Frontenac. Got to play the host team. That's always a challenge. But if you get a win, you get to go play in Emporia next week.
You got to think they want to get the ball into Jesse Weir's hands here.
They get it in for Scott. He'll shoot one half court, get a good look at it. Boy, they'd had
Woo.
a chance. And that's the end of the first half. 35-26, Trojans lead by 9. A hot shooting Prairie View team keeping pace with the number 1 seed. We'll talk about it next. We'll recap that first half at your halftime stats and a whole lot more coming up here on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show, bringing you community banking at its best. Girard National Bank is committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. 35-26, your halftime score. Trojans lead by 9. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back here at halftime. The Girard Trojans lead the Prairie View Buffaloes by the score 35-26. Tell you how we got here on our Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kennar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennar Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Girard took an early 2-0 lead. Prairie View grabbed the lead, went back and forth a few times, had Trojans led 2-0. 4 lead changes, 1 tie at 7-all. And then the Trojans grabbed the lead 9-7 and have not looked back. They've just kind of continually grown the lead. Right now they lead by 9. That's the second time they've led by that number here at the break. The Trojans led 21-16 at the end of the first quarter. And really behind the scoring of Caleb Muya, he had 10 at the end of one. He's got 19 here at the break for the Girard Trojans. As then the Trojans just kind of stretch, but it was a hot shooting Prairie View Buffaloes team as they knocked down 6 threes in the first half of this ball game. Let's look at your Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. Let's look at your halftime stats, brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing customers with great customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees. You're banking with friends. Learn more online at esbks.com. The Girard Trojans right now lead it here by the score 35-26. Take a look at your halftime stats here. First up for the Prairie Buffaloes. Good spread on their scoring. They've had 7 guys score in the first half of this one, including I mentioned those 6 threes. 3-pointer by Jesse Weirs. A couple of threes from Garrett Scott. He's got 6. Another one with 6 is Dayton Snyder. He had all those in the first quarter. He's got 6 points. And then 3 points from Bryson Gregg, again from behind the arc. 2 from Mason Walker, 2 points from Blake Bodeker, and 2 points from Isaac Partita. 4 points from Isaac Partita. That's missing 2 points for him, and there they are. So 4 from him, as they've got 24. For the Trojans, right now at the break, 19 points from Caleb Muya. 4 points from Carter Doherty. 3 points from Ethan Goff, 1 from behind the arc. He pulled the trigger. He's 1 of 4 in that first half from 3-point range. 3 points from Dylan Collins as well, as he's 1 for 1. And then 2 points from Ryder Worrell, 2 points from Brett Ferguson, and then 2 points from Evan Troike. Trojans 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and that's it. The only 2 free throws shot in this ball game were by Carter Doherty in the second possession of the ball game. And there haven't been any more. There have been a bunch of charge calls.
About 7 of them.
Much to the chagrin of my partner here. Trojans out rebounding the Buffaloes 15-2 in that first half, and they are just killing them on the boards, and that's really what's allowed them to kind of keep pace with that hot shooting of the Buffaloes. 35-26 your halftime score. Back in action coming up again tomorrow night. Trojan women will play at 6. We're hoping the Trojan men can follow. Got to take care of the Buffaloes. We'll see if they do it when we come back. After this, you're watching it right here on Girard Sports Live.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out of Frontenac High School, Girard Trojans, Frontenac Raiders. Getting ready to go here in the second half. 35-26 your score. The Trojans lead it here at the break. It is looking for a win here and a chance to move on to play either Iola or Frontenac in the Sub-State Championship game again tomorrow. Following the girls' game, Lady Trojans will play Frontenac. in that girls game coming up tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will start at 5:45. Trojans moving from left to right as we begin things here. Here's a three. Oh, an alley-oop.
Oh!
Yeah, they like to run that play coming out of halftime. Oftentimes it kind of started with David. He would go up and get those a lot of times. Here's a three, though, trying to answer back, see if they can stay hot. Caleb, 21 points now in the ball game. Trojans' largest lead is 11. You know what was great about that alley-oop dunk? Mike Snow's head was in most of that shot while that was happening.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Mike. The right corner here for Goff. He'll pull the trigger on a triple. Left it short. Ethan a little cold here tonight. Hopefully that didn't affect his confidence. He was, like I said, red hot. Nobody was playing better than him for the Trojans coming down the stretch of the season. Good hustle by Troike. Trojans have battled foul trouble from time to time. They go into halftime feeling pretty good. They get a little aggressive here defensively. Here's a three up and good on the swish by Mason Walker. He's one of the guys who only starter, I think, who doesn't have a three-point bucket and thought he wanted to get in on the action. 37-29, 6:41 to play. High post for Doherty. Up off in Troike. He'll turn around. Shot up no good. Carter's there for the rebound. Swatted out of there. Gathered up by Ethan. Goff will elevate. Little runner in the lane. Lift it short. Carter again. Another rebound. He'll go up and around.
Whoa, no, kick it out. Kick it out.
Got to be a little more patient. He drops his head as he goes down the other end of the floor. 8-point contest, 6:18 to play, third quarter. A pretty good 2-8, 2-17 team. At least they are tonight. There's
okay. If I was going to say, I mean.
Got in the lane, dragged that foot, and stepped through. And I think he wanted a dish, and it just wasn't there. Trojans get a stop, another turnover by the Buffaloes. They've got 8 turnovers. Up off Doherty, catch, and he is fouled. Nearly ripped down to the floor.
Yeah.
By Bryson Gregg. And
I was wondering if that was ever going to be called.
Carter will go to the free throw line. Again, Carter's the only guy who shot free throws tonight. 2 for 2, and that's it. 2 free throws in this ball game. We set a land speed record for games last night, I think, for that one. But Trojans trying to do the same with very few fouls called really all together in this ball game.
Defensive, anyway.
That's the first of this second half. Here's the second one by Carter. Missed them both. Those averages 50%. He's right back to it. Made his first 2, missed the second 2.
Consistent.
Yeah. Good defense again. Ryder. Well, he'll just flat get after you. Contact away from the ball there. Snyder with it. He'll put it on the deck. Kick. Wide open look at it again from Greg Scott. No good. Garrett Scott. And here comes Troike in transition. Catch by Goff. Prairie View's done a good job in transition defense. Trojans have had some empty frames when they looked like they were going to have easy fast break opportunities. High post for Doherty. Nowhere to go with it. Back outside Goff. Here's Muya. Got to get him some touches. On the left side. Back around for Goff. Here's Troike. Slashing. Kick. Muya. He'll stop and go to the other direction. Shot up. They're going to say it's on the floor.
Not a charge.
It'll be a foul called on Bryson Gregg. Ferguson going to check in and replace Doherty. Justin Scott checks back into the ball game along with Riley Reinerson for the Buffaloes. Catch on the right corner, Goff. 3, no good. Rebound, Troike. Evan. He'll kick. Ryder thought about it, didn't take it. Back over to Troike. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. Trojans lead it 37-29. Over to the right wing. High post for Muya. Elevate. They didn't call that one. That would have been as good as anyone.
Yeah.
Probably.
That one actually was not under the basket.
And it's a no good shot. Rebound by Justin Scott. Off to the right wing.
They make books about those sorts of things, don't they?
Snyder. Shot no good. Gathered up by Muya. Another rebound for him. He's got to be close to double figures on that stat.
That's 9.
Off left side. Boy, I'm good. On the right wing, moving around. Here's Troike. 4:16 to go third quarter. Another fast-moving third quarter. The whole game all around. Troike will pull the trigger. That was off the mark. But there's Muya again to pull it up. He's going to get fouled again on the floor. Caleb's just frustrated. He's like, I'm going right up pretty quickly. They do get a foul, though. It's good call on Prairie View's part. Foul him on the floor. It's a 100% chance of going in if they don't. Muya, throw it in deep for Goff. Here's Worrell. He'll pull the trigger on another 3. No good. And Troike trying to go up there. Ryder does have a 3. Or has a 2, rather, in this ball game. Under 4 to play, halfway through the third quarter. Prairie View keeping it tight. Staying within striking distance. Kick. And with the way they shoot the 3, it's within striking distance. Scott, knocked loose ball. Good hustle by Evan Troike. And Reinerson just smokes right through Evan.
Yeah, that's, I mean.
A lot of contact, I would say.
Borderline flagrant.
Snyder picks up just, no, that's not Snyder, that's Reinerson, picks up just his first foul. Evan might have been reaching, pulling over, and when he rolled over, pulled him on top of him. I couldn't see it very well. But either way, ton of contact. Muya in the paint, kick back outside Goff, or Troike rather. Troike kick Collins. He'll set his feet, fire 3. Good! Dylan Collins is 100% from three-point range.
That's why he's in there, man.
40-29, back to an 11-point ball game. 3:17 to play. Really losing it is Walker. Crossover, driving, and a walk. Good defense by the Trojans, hustling over to close off that baseline.
Appropriately named.
40-29, 3:06 to play in this third quarter. Trojans led by 9 at the break. Here's Ferguson. He'll go down in there. They got Reinerson.
Oh, and the Academy Award goes to.
He got all the charges in that first half. They're not giving him now, and the last 2 have been probably more legit than the first 3.
Yeah, I guess you get a bunch of bad ones in the first half. You're not going to get any good ones in the second half.
42-29, driving baseline kick, and they're going to say he stepped. Nope, a foul before he stepped out of bounds. Foul's called on Troike. Too much contact there, and Evan will pick up his second personal foul. 2:39 to go third quarter, 42-29. Trojans on top, their largest lead of the ball game now here is 13. Inbound deep. On to the right wing for Scott. Kick, left side. Walker, 3 on the way, good. From Dayton Snyder. He knocked the first 2 down he took in the first quarter, hasn't shot. I don't know if he's taking an attempt again, but he hadn't made another one. He's got 9 points, though, and they just keep staying within striking distance. Shot up by Brett Ferguson, up and good. Brett's come in and knocked down a couple of buckets here in this third quarter. 44-32. On to the right wing. Good D there by Troike. Kick back on to Walker. And a foul on Muya.
Oh, not a good one.
Yep. Not that far away from the basket as he's passing it. Under 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. 44-32. Trojans up by 12. On the left side for Scott. Back around.
Wide
Catch,
open.
fire, another wide open look. That's a rare miss there for them when they get a look at like that. Bodicker, he's the one starter, does not have the 3, the only one. Goff will step up. Top of the key. 3, no good. He just continues to not be as warm as he needs to be. Muya shot up, blocked partially by Reinerson, and here come the Buffaloes again in transition. 90 seconds to go third quarter. On the left wing, catch and fire 3 on the mark. Good. Justin Scott. They just probably don't even shoot 2s in practice. 44-35. That is their 9th 3 of the ball game. Minute 13 to play in this third quarter. Muya on the left wing. Back to a 9-point contest. Another turnover by the Trojans. Got to take care of their basketball. Up in front now, they've got.
Get back.
Yep, a little bit of Oh, wide open again. Another look at it. That
yeah.
one no good. Rebound, Muya. 55 seconds. Trojans take care of the basketball. And he'll give up for Goff, and he'll bring it up here with 48 seconds to go. 44-35. Trojans up by 9. They've led by as many as 13. Collins with it. Pull the trigger.
Take that.
Skip it on the right side for Goff.
Maybe they haven't noticed he's made 3 threes tonight.
2. But he's perfect.
He should have 3.
He's taken 2.
He should have taken that one.
Taken 2, and he's made 2.
I was going to say.
Yep, moving through there, Bodicker.
That's a good form tackle, though. I mean, put his shoulder down, wrapped up.
Evan just moving through, step over and step through. And Ryder World going to check in. Collins will check out for the Trojans. 25.3 seconds to play in this third quarter. Get it in for Troike in the backcourt. We'll step across the timeline. Shake and bake again on him. 13 seconds to play. Screen comes from Ferguson. On the right wing now, 9 seconds. Troike crossing over. Again, ton of contact by Bodicker, and he'll pick up a second straight foul. And that'll should be shooting maybe. Nope, 6 fouls. 16 fouls. 5.6. They'll get it in for Goff. He'll go baseline. Goff, wait, pump fake, off the glass. No good, but Muya's there. He'll tip it in once.
Yes.
He doesn't get it. He'll tip it in twice, and he will. 46-35. That helps again. He gets up and down off the floor so fast, it's like he's floating because he just never comes down almost. 46-35, Trojans back in front by 11. They grew their lead slightly in that third quarter. We'll see if they can put it away in the fourth. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Here we go, fourth quarter from this 4A Division II Sub-State semifinal game. Girard Trojans, Prairie View Buffaloes, B.J. Harris, Josh Lettner, 46-35. Trojans lead by 11. They led by as many as 13 in that third quarter. Up and around, and finally a foul and the bucket. Well, they were going to call him a walk. He kind of changed pivot foots there a couple times. Pretty quick moves by Justin Scott. He had not scored in the ballgame until he hit a 3 late in that third quarter, and now he's got 5, a chance to make it 6. If you're just joining us again, the Buffaloes have knocked down 9 threes in this ball game. That's kind of allowed them to just keep track, keep pace, and be able to just keep it within striking distance.
They got their turnovers in check, only committed 1 in the third quarter.
Caleb Muya with a double-double already tonight. Right now sitting 22 points, 13 rebounds. Goff, 3. He has just been ice cold. Elevate, Troike, good. Evans only had 4 points as well now in this ball game. Trojans back in front, double digits. 7:17 to play. Walker nearly stolen away, loose ball. Trojans go down. Last touch, out of bounds off of Scott, and it will go back to the Trojans here with 7:09 to play in the ball game. This is certainly too close for comfort. Coach getting after the guys a little bit in between quarters, mostly focused on perimeter defense, getting a hand to their face.
Get a hand up on those shooters.
Up off inside Muya. The other part of it was get the ball in the paint to Caleb because he can miss and still make it. I said 22 points, 21 points. He actually had 23 points. Now he's
You can add
at 25.
You can add 14 rebounds to that,
14 rebounds. Up off inside, Ryerson. Reinerson takes it to the rack and puts it up and in.
Good job not fouling by Doherty there. I mean, Reinerson had good position. Not a lot he could do.
Carter's played pretty good defense all around tonight. Still a 10-point game, 6:26 to play in the fourth quarter. Goff with it on the right wing. High post for Muya. Kick. Goff. Ethan. Shooter's got to shoot. Keep going. And ball tipped and last touch out of bounds off of the Buffaloes. It'll stay with the Trojans. Ethan just keeps pulling the trigger on him, and you got to shoot your way through those slumps. Trojans could use his three-point shot. Girard only has 3 in the ball game, 2 from Dylan Collins, so 2 of them off the bench, and then Caleb, a rare 3 for him.
Scott and Greg back in the game for Prairie View, and they got some shooters now back on the floor.
Muya elevates, shot no good, knocked around, loose ball. Last touch, nope, they save it. Good hustle there by the Buffaloes. 10-point ball game, 50-40, just under 6 to play in this one. Spinning, Scott off the dribble, shot no good, but he is fouled. And Justin Scott, 6'1" sophomore, coming off the bench to kind of help them out here in this second half. He knocked down his last free throw on an and one opportunity, a chance to pull his team to within 8. And he makes the first one. Has not been this close since the end of the first half. Trojans grabbed the lead and stretched it out a little bit in that third quarter, led by as many as 13, led by 11 at the end of 3. And right now a chance to pull it to within 8 here with 5:54 to play in the ball game. Here comes the second one. Vanderboot, 3 for 3 on the night for him. This thing's going to be interesting down the stretch here. Trojans got to make some shots. Take your time and get good high percentage ones down to the paint. Again to Caleb. There's that high-low. They're not working it. Evan will set his feet. Fire 3, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Buffaloes. Here's Scott in transition. There's Troike, stole it. He's just so good finding the basketball. And the ball swatted out of his hands. The amount of fast break opportunities the Trojans have missed out on have been about 5 or 6 in this ball game. Coach wants a timeout. We'll take it. Second called timeout of the ball game. 50-42 your score. 5:30 to play in this one. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
50-42, it's an 8-point contest, 5:30 to play in the ball game. Girard Trojans trying to sneak away from a hot shooting Prairie View Buffalo team here tonight. The 1 seed versus the 4 seed. Here's Evan, he'll pull the trigger on another 3. That was no good. Out of bounds, last touched by Partita. Pushing right through one of the things that bugs me the most here tonight for the Trojans, they have not matched the physicality of the Buffaloes. Trojans have been not as willing to mix it up a little bit. Here's Ferguson, kick, Goff, thought about it. Now he'll take, kick again. Back around, they'll swiftly get it to Muya. Here's Troike on the left corner. Dump off inside Ferguson. Brett's got to go to the rim. Troike left it short, got his own rebound. Tons of contact. Over to Goff. Troike. They're just trying to deny Caleb the basketball. Trojans haven't got a touch on that high post. Ferguson. Here's Worrell again. Long, patient offensive possession here for the Trojans.
Put it on the floor. There you go. Make him defend you. He had a step on him.
Back outside. They'll move it back around. 4:48 to get it to Caleb on the baseline. The Trojans have only shot 4 free throws in this ballgame, all Carter Doherty. Buffaloes have only shot 3. 4.5 to play. Long possession here for the Trojans. There it is. Screen come. Backside, moving around here. Ferguson. Oh, he had it for a second. Here's Ryder. He'll go in. Blocked. And a foul. Oof, Trojans might have got a break there.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, Prairie View's got something to complain about.
Oh, puts the foul on Garrett Scott. Well, Partita got the block. They must have got the body with Scott underneath, and
yeah,
he picks up his second personal.
You could hear it was all ball.
17 foul. Ryder will go to the free throw line and shoot free throws. Again, Trojans, that's just the 5th free throw attempt of the ball game. 51-42. Another one coming here from Worrell. Up, down. 52-42. 4:17 to go in the ball game. Skip pass right side. Around, here's Scott. Left, pumping. Greg.
Just a long serial shove.
Push off there. No call back outside. Scott thought about it. Justin Scott. Backside, good ball movement. Partita up and good. Trojans maybe being a little too aggressive there. 42-44.
Well, you can hold them to 2s. That's
on the right side. Dump off quickly. Up off the glass and good. Good position there. And Evan gets it to go. Evan has a way of getting hot in the 4th quarter of ball games when he's been cold. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Russell. We will take it along with him. 3:34 to play in the contest. It's a 10-point game, 54-44. Much more entertaining than perhaps we anticipated and way more entertaining than a night ago. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.34 to go in the ball game. Girard Trojans lead at 54-44. Prairie View Buffaloes with the basketball. Trojans the number 1 seed, 15-5. Prairie View the number 4 seed, 2-17. And a foul going to be called on Brett Ferguson, his second. Dayton Snyder to inbound it here for the Buffaloes. Underneath his own basket. Throw it in deep. Back around they go. Top of the key here for Scott. Justin's kind of pushed the issue for him. Knocked around. Saved. Good hustle in by Evan Troike. He'll lead the charge up the floor. No reason to get in a hurry now. Be patient. Be crisp. Left side for Ferguson. There's Troike. He'll go up. Dump off. Muya off the glass. Good. Unselfishness of Evan Troike is so awesome. And Caleb so often is the beneficiary of that. Trojans up by 12. 2:54 to play. Down inside the paint. And what? They call a foul. Perhaps on Ferguson again in a shooting violation.
Well, it is Brett, so.
Nope, they're going to get it on Evan, his third. And it's going to send Dayton Snyder to the free throw line to shoot 2. Here comes the first. Up. Good. Buffaloes have not missed a free throw tonight.
One thing these kids can do is shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, they are some shooters.
Well, that's pretty important in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's kept them in this game.
.56-46. Time not going to be taken by Coach Lescott. It'll be a full. We'll take it. 2:42 to play in this ball game. Trojans lead by 10 still. We're back in 1. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(56-46) Trojans lead it.
Get in there.
By 10 here. Trying to shake off a feisty little Prairie View team. Caleb Muya, yep, he can shake off pretty good teams.
That'll help.
Caleb's having himself a ball game. 58-46, back to a 12-point contest. They just kind of kept it there, luckily. Wrap around down inside Reinerson. Muya on him. And Caleb's got to be a little more aggressive defensively there.
How is this team only 2-17? I don't get it.
58-48. March Madness, man.
Yeah.
'Tis the season. Should have played this game in February. Top of the key for Troike. Trojans need just another long possession with points at the end. Muya trapped. Collapse on him. Back outside for Troike, and a foul going to be called at the top of the key on Partita.
He should be shooting.
His first, yep. He'll go to the free throw line here to shoot 1-1. 1:55 to play in the ball game. 58-48. And Evan with a chance to add to the lead here. And he does. Makes the first one. Seven points in the ball game for Troike. Comes the second one up. Made it good. 60-48. Minute 54. Scott will bring it across the timeline. He's got 5 points in the fourth quarter. He's kind of helped keep him in it. Catch on the left corner. Good defense by Evan. And good defense by Evan because he caused him to throw that pass out of bounds into the Trojan student section. And back to the Trojans. Caleb going to, Carter Doherty going to check into the ball game. Out goes Brett Ferguson. 11 turnovers by the Buffaloes here in this ball game, but they have done better in the second half. They had 9 at halftime, I believe, right? Muya off to Doherty on the right wing. Here's Whirl. Swing it quick left side. Here's Goff, and a foul called out on the edge against Justin Scott, and that's going to send Ethan Goff to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Ethan, I mean, I don't have the points. I usually keep those with me, but he was averaging about 22 points a game down the stretch of the season. He's got 3 now, 4 tonight. And if you get a win without one of your leading scorers, the second leading scorer, in fact, only having 4 or 5 points, you probably feel pretty good about yourself, but Ethan may pay the janitor to come in here tomorrow and shoot some shots in the morning.
Yeah, well, it helps when your top scorer just kind of goes out of his mind, too.
Yep, that certainly helps. Loose ball going to be picked up. Here's a 3. No good. Rebound. Fought for it. And here comes Muya. He's going to be fouled. Scott's going to pick up another foul. Girard will pick up his third. Minute 13 to play. In this ball game, 61-48. It'd be interesting to hear what Coach has to say in our post game about this ball game. Again, you look at it on paper, you're like, oh, Trojans ought to have an easy one, but again, good shooting by the Prairie View Buffaloes, allowed them to kind of keep pace here, but now 14 points, the largest lead of the ball game for the Trojans. Here's a three from Scotty, rattles it in.
Of course he does.
He's had a really good fourth quarter. That's his 8th point here in this fourth quarter. Just trying to keep him in it. 61, and there's a foul quickly on Dayton Snyder. 62-51, 48.3 seconds to play. Worrell will step to the free throw line. Trojans look like they good shot of getting a win here tonight. If they do, they'll come back tomorrow night. We'll have it for you. Pre-game coverage will start around 5:45, 5:40. Tip off at 6 o'clock as the Lady Trojans will start first. They'll play Frontenac. Trojans will play either Frontenac or Iola. We'll find that out here in just a little bit. 64-51. Back to a 13-point lead here for the Trojans. And a shot, they're going to say it's on the floor. But that will send him to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 for Dayton Snyder. I can tell you this, 2-17 on the season. And they come in here with this kind of attitude that they can't be denied. They shooting the threes like they are. Tip your hats to the Buffaloes. I mean, it would have been easy to come in here and say, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, they need to bottle some of this for next year.
And they have an opportunity for that. Garrett Scott, number 11 out there, is the only senior. Oh, Dayton Snyder is at the free throw line here shooting a couple. No, that's not Dayton. That's Justin Scott, who's a sophomore who has really led them down the stretch here in this ball game. He knocks down a couple free throws. Doherty running, the big fella, in transition. So 30 seconds to play. Carter's first point since the first quarter, since the first minute of the first quarter. Gathered up there by Ethan Goff. 15 seconds, he'll shake and bake, try to keep it going. Worrell, 11 seconds, and no need to foul necessarily, but they do. And Nate Snyder. Bodicker, rather. Is third. Snyder's been perfect from the charity stripe. 5 for 5. He's got 7 points in the ball game. Caleb Muya going to check out. Trojans going to bring in the subs here just with 10 seconds to play.
Some memes just write themselves, you know?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. Caleb Muya with 31 points in this ball game. That's a pretty good night.
Yeah. Go along with this. Hold on a second.
And Ryder will step back to the free throw line and shoot it. Got all kinds of subs coming to the ball game here for the Trojans.
31
guys
points,
chances.
31 points, 15 boards. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby indeed. Gabe Muya checks into the ball game. Caden Lolleman, Zane Henderson, Rigby Bourne. There's a three at the buzzer for Blake Bodicker. And he was the only starter who did not have a three until right then. How about that for you? And it gets into double digits on the three-point thing. So
yep.
I guess that's okay. One way to end it. 68-56. Trojans going to get the win, though. And they will advance to the sub-state championship game as was expected, but maybe not.
Not in this fashion.
Easy as we thought it might be. That's okay. They needed a game like this to maybe keep them and get a little bit of momentum going down the stretch. Again, they had a couple of stinkers down the stretch of the season, did what they needed to do, but not very good opponents. And this was maybe a not very good opponent that turned out to be one tonight and help them hopefully get going in for the sub-state championship again. Again, they'll play tomorrow against either Iola or Frontenac. That game's getting ready to come here in just a little bit. Trojan ladies will play tomorrow. Our pregame comes at 5:40. Tip-off at 6 o'clock. We'll have a doubleheader here from the sub-state tournament in Frontenac. We'll step away, take a quick break, come back here on the Evans Motors postgame show. We'll talk about this ball game. We'll talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Rod Westcott. We got your final stats and more coming up here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Evans Motors has been helping people get on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot south of Pittsburgh. See Nate Reddy for a test drive and let them find the vehicle that is right for you, or check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Up next, the Evans Motors postgame show starts right now here on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com. Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-Power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here on the Evans Motors post-game show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris with you alongside me is Josh Lettner as the Girard Trojans get the win here in this sub-state semifinal ball game. 68-56 over the Prairie View Buffaloes to advance to the sub-state championship game tomorrow. Again, our pregame coverage will start with the girls at 5:40, tip-off at 6 o'clock in that one with a boys and girls basketball doubleheader here on Girard Sports Live. Take a look at your final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. First up for the Prairie View Buffaloes, 10 threes made in the ball game, and they didn't miss a lot that they took either. Pretty high percentage. So 10 threes made will help you a long way. Leading the way was Justin Scott with 13 points, including 10 in the fourth quarter. Kind of single-handedly kept them up in there in the fourth quarter. 11 points from Dayton Snyder in this ball game. And then 6 points from Garrett Scott, all from behind the arc. 6 points from Isaac Partita, all for the field. 5 points from Mason Walker. 5 points from Blake Bodeker. 4 points from Riley Reinerson. 3 points from Bryson Gregg and 3 points from Jesse Weir. Not only did they make 10 threes, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys. 7 different guys that made those threes. That's just strange.
Yeah.
But,
they could all shoot it.
Yeah, they could all shoot the ball. They could shoot the ball, just not quite as good as Caleb Muya. And he did a lot from the ground, rebounds, and getting it put up. A double-double for Caleb, as he had 31 points and 15 rebounds tonight to lead all scorers. And he is our Brocom Construction Player of the Game, brought to you by Brocom Construction, where they specialize in new home construction. To learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brokop at 620-687-2381. And, of course, the highlight of it was that alley-oop dunk coming out the first bucket of the second half. As they run that play so often, teams for some reason just never realize that it's coming, which is always fascinating to me. But that alley-oop dunk, our hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If a deer or anything hits your car the way he slammed that thing down, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers finishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. 31 points from Caleb Muya, and then 8 points from Ryder Worrell, including 6 for 6 from the free throw line. 6 points from Dylan Collins. 6 points from Carter Doherty. 6 points from Brett Ferguson. And 4 points from Ethan Goff. Trojans shot 13 of 16 from the free throw line, most of those coming in the second half, including, in fact, let's see, they made 2 for 2. 2 attempts in the first half, and so they ended up going in that second half with the rest of their free throw attempts. But the Trojans, by our count, out-rebounded the Buffaloes 29-5, and so definitely dominating on the boards, just the perimeter defense lacking at times, allowing the Buffaloes to knock down 10 threes in this ball game. We'll talk to Coach Westcott about that very fact coming up in just a little bit right here on the Evans Motors postgame show. We're back in 2 minutes. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here on the Evans Motors post-game show. BJ Harris along with you. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Ron Westcott. His interviews brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. They've been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, Coach, a 2-17 team, but sometimes that three-point shot can be the great equalizer, and they knocked down 10 of them, allowed them to kind of keep pace. They got a little bit of confidence as well. All in all, got a little bit of a test tonight, probably more than some people would have expected, but in the end, get the victory and win it fairly handily, 68-56. Overall opinion on that ball game, and when a team's shooting that good, just some stuff happens.
Hey, this time of year, anything can happen.
Yeah, March Madness for a reason.
That's right. Somebody gets hot at the right time, and you know, they can send you home. So we were fortunate. We rebounded well tonight, got on the glass. Caleb did a great job of getting to the glass and finishing. We didn't shoot the ball real well from outside tonight. You know, we've been shooting lights out, and we were probably due for a cold snap, and we had it. Hopefully that's out of the way. I thought our guys did a pretty good job, though, of getting the ball where it needed to be late in the game and, getting the ball to the rim and knocking things down when we had the opportunities. But, defensively, we let them stand and look at the basket too long tonight and get their feet set. I think about all of them were catch and shoot threes. They didn't nothing pulling up off the dribble, not too much in transition. So we're going to have to do a better job of that down the stretch here to make sure that we don't let teams not stay in it.
Yeah, that perimeter defense has been a bit of an Achilles heel at times. Your defense has been pretty good. Maybe you're just so aggressive that sometimes they get those open looks like that. How do you go back and get that? Because these teams watched this just a moment ago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to break that to you, but they know that perimeter defense, how do you make that adjustment here in less than 24 hours?
Yeah, we're going to have a little walkthrough tomorrow morning and see who we play here in just a little bit. And, we'll have to get right back at it. There's won't be a whole lot of adjustments. We know what we need to do to be successful, and it's a matter of coming out and playing hard and taking care of business. Do all the little things we talked about all year, and we'll refocus, get rested tonight, get a lot of fluid in us, and be ready to go tomorrow.
All right, Coach. It should be a lot of fun. We'll get at it. Be looking for that phone call. I won't call you as more early as I normally do on weekdays. So.
Shoot around at 10. You can call me at 9.
Okay, there we go. How about that? We just made plans. Coach, appreciate your time. Congratulations. Good win. Getting that final game's a big deal.
Thanks, BJ.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show. The Trojans get the win here, 68-56 over the Prairie View Buffaloes. Again, they'll advance to play either Iola or Frontenac coming up tomorrow after the girls' game, as the girls play in that one against Frontenac in our first game of the night. But Josh, the Trojans come in here. You come in as the number 1 seed. You know you're going to get the best look, and ladies take care of business in their part. The boys get a good test, but get the win.
Yeah, you take your hat off to the Prairie View kids. They played like it was going to be their last game, a winner-take-all sort of atmosphere, and they played their hearts out. Trojans, for as poorly as they shot the ball, still able to come out with the win because they dominated on the inside, dominated under the boards, and Kayla Muya, really the difference maker here tonight for the Girard Trojans. They're going to need more of a team effort to beat either one of these teams here that they'll see in the next round.
They await the winner of this ball game. It's the Iola Mustangs and the Frontenac Raiders, and the home team advantage probably going to the Raiders. We will have that. That game will determine who the Trojans play coming up tomorrow night. It's going to do it for us here tonight in Frontenac. Back at it again in less than 24 hours. Should be fun. Sub-state title game on the line. A chance to go to Emporia to White Auditorium and the state tournament. For Coach Westcott and for my partner Josh Lettner, I'm BJ Harris saying good night from Frontenac. Join us again tomorrow. You watched it here on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Top of the East Kansas. Augustine sets a feet, fire 3. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.